All right, I do blame Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle, stain of humanity. Yes, Meghan, and I hope you're watching right now. I hope you're watching, Meghan, because you are the stain of humanity.
Meghan Markle is chilling in Montecito filming her Netflix lifestyle show, posting glossy messages about compassion, kindness, and family vibes. The cameras are rolling, the branding is spotless, and her image is locked down tight. Meanwhile, halfway across the globe, her 81-year-old dad is fighting for his life in the Philippines. He had emergency surgery, lost a leg, and ended up in intensive care. And Meghan, she didn't hop on a plane, didn't make a public visit, didn't even pick up the phone. Instead, her team sent a letter, treating a medical nightmare like it was just another situation to manage.
At this point, they own me. The royals own me. My daughter told me that when I reach my senior years, she'll take care of me. I'm in my senior years now. I'm 75 years old. So it's time to look after Dad.
And that's when things get explosive. Enter her brother, Thomas Markle Jr., the same guy who warned Prince Harry in 2018 not to marry Meghan. Now he's dropping a massive bombshell. He's going for a tell-all book. And insiders say this isn't just old family drama. Word is Thomas Jr. is ready to spill on a chapter Meghan never fully explained. The years before Suits.
Number one, no more lying. Number two, call your father already. And number three, you're no better than anybody else at all. Guaranteed. And number four, I paved the way for you to do the right thing on Big.
Back then, she was supposedly a struggling actress in LA. But photos tell a different story. Meghan on luxury yachts in Monaco at private yacht parties with rich older men. These weren't casual hangouts. These events were documented, photographed, and talked about everywhere. Meghan has never clearly said who those men were, how she knew them, or who funded her lavish lifestyle. Now, Thomas Jr., someone who actually lived through those years and saw everything firsthand, is ready to answer questions she's dodged for years. Some will call it family payback. Music. Some will believe the yacht stories. But the timing, wild. All this drama is blowing up while her dad is seriously sick and she's nowhere to be seen. Maybe Thomas Jr. finally hit his breaking point after years of staying quiet. And don't think he's just some random noisemaker.
We do know now she's never going to come and see her father. That's her main thing. She's a disgusting human being. The fact is, she said that it's going to be too expensive. She can't get a pass. Yes, and they won't pay for her, so it's much too expensive. Her excuse is...
Back in 2018, right before the royal wedding, he wrote an open letter to Harry that went viral worldwide. No sugar-coating. He told Harry straight up, "I think she's going to ruin your life." He called Meghan phony and a bully and begged Harry to walk away. And here's the kicker. That letter still matters. Harry ignored it, married Meghan, and everything Thomas Jr. predicted went down. Family rifts with William and Kate, the royal exit, non-stop media chaos, and burned bridges everywhere. Thomas Jr. called it before it even happened.
Did you sense that maybe trouble may lay ahead?
I've always thought that. Honestly, I've always thought that because, you know, not that I want to bring up the fact that I wrote that letter, but I wrote that letter a long time ago in hindsight of her saying something about me.
So now, when he announces a book insiders say will expose Meghan's yacht past, people are listening. This isn't a random critic online. This is her own brother, someone who watched her behavior for decades and already proved he knows her patterns. If he was right, then the big question is, what else is he about to reveal? Now, here's the part that really hits hard. Thomas Jr. didn't just throw out vague insults. He used sharp words like phony. That's not a one-time gripe. You don't call your own sibling fake unless you've seen them act that way over and over for years. Now, sources say he's finally ready to spill. That insider knowledge makes this book feel downright dangerous. Let's break down the actual evidence that's been out there for years, but never addressed. This isn't internet gossip or wild fan theories. These are real photos, real invites, real timelines that don't line up with the official story from 2004 when Meghan graduated from Northwestern to 2011 when she got Suits.
People spit in your face when they see you walking down the street. I hope, they throw human feces at you because of how you really are as a person inside.
And look, I know there's a lot of rhetoric and some people won't enjoy that.
Her career back then, modest at best, small TV roles, a briefcase model on Deal or No Deal, cameo spots on CSI and General Hospital, nothing that paid big money. Meghan has described it as non-stop struggle, auditions after auditions, barely scraping by. The classic broke actress in LA story, right? But here's where the story starts to wobble. Photos from the same year show Meghan on luxury yachts in the Mediterranean hitting exclusive parties in Monaco surrounded by wealthy older men, guys who never show up in her official bios. These weren't casual snapshots. Author Kirby Summers documented that Meghan was invited to Yacht Week in Croatia in 2016, a playground for the elite where networking and power connections rule. And this wasn't a chill weekend ride. GQ magazine described Yacht Week as Sodom and Gomorrah at sea, a wild, high-end world where rich people mix, network, and form serious connections. This isn't where struggling actors accidentally drift. So, the questions stack up fast. How does a broke actress keep flying to Europe? Who are these rich men? Who's covering all the travel, parties, and the luxury lifestyle? And most importantly, what were those relationships about?
So, Neil Sean put out a video yesterday or the day before saying that Meghan and Harry are on the rocks. Well, I think I called that quite a bit ago. And, Prince Harry, I told you it was coming. Anyway.
Here's the insider truth about yacht culture. In elite circles, young attractive women often get invited onto billionaire yachts for networking, social clout, and companionship at ultra-exclusive events. These aren't just parties, they're gateways. The people you meet there can open doors that auditions never touch. That kind of lifestyle, luxury travel, exclusive introductions, elite circles doesn't happen by accident. Meghan's big breaks didn't come from normal casting. They came through high-level connections. She met her first husband, producer Trevor Engelsen, got access to Soho House, the private club for royals, celebs, and billionaires, and became tight with Marcus Anderson, a Soho House exec with ties to everyone who matters. That's how Suits happened. That's how Prince Harry entered the picture, all through elite social circles. And here's the question burning everyone up. How did a struggling actress get into those circles in the first place without someone opening the door for her? The timeline alone sparks serious questions. And if there are real answers, Thomas Jr. saw them all with his own eyes back then.
I put the olive branch out there. So now it's up to you. And, you better talk it over with Harry, but whatever. Meghan, time is of the essence here.
Here's something people forget about siblings. Growing up with someone half-siblings like Thomas Jr. and Meghan, you catch the real story. Behind closed doors, you see who they're dating. You notice money showing up that doesn't match their income. You hear private phone calls. You meet people they never talk about publicly. Thomas Jr. is 58. Meghan is 44, according to multiple family sources. They spend a ton of time around each other growing up. That kind of closeness comes with knowledge you just can't fake. He didn't just see Meghan at holidays or big family events. He watched her grow up, watched her personality form, and saw how she handled pressure and opportunities over the years, according to people close to his book project. And let's be clear, these are sources claiming first-hand knowledge of what he plans to reveal. Thomas Jr. is ready to get specific relationships, events, and moments from Meghan's past she's gone to great lengths to keep private. This isn't vague storytelling. We're talking about details that allegedly clash with the public version of events. One insider told a correspondent that Thomas Jr. has information about Meghan's pre-suits years that directly contradicts her official story. That source can't be independently verified, but here's what can be. Thomas Jr. publicly announced his book back in May 2025, and he didn't hold back. He said outright he wants to challenge Meghan's accounts and correct her nonsensical stories. That's not soft, reflective memoir talk. That's someone saying the official story is wrong and he has the facts to prove it.
I don't think that she'll ever let Harry go, because she is so fixated on having a title that she doesn't even have or deserve anymore, right? Yeah. Technically, she's not part of the royal family. On paper, on the website, Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And I think that's her biggest, that's anybody's biggest mistake in their entire life, to screw that up.
And the timing isn't random. He announced it right as Meghan launched her Netflix lifestyle show where she's presenting herself as grounded, authentic, and family-focused. Almost immediately, Thomas Jr. called that narrative nonsensical, signaling that his book will directly contradict her polished image. That's huge. It suggests he remembers things that don't match the version of herself she's showing the world. Siblings, especially ones growing up together, see the real moves people make in early adulthood. Don't forget the details. Even if public images evolve, siblings remember who was paying for what, which relationships were real and which were strategic. They remember conversations behind closed doors. They remember what wasn't said publicly. And that's exactly why family tell-alls hit so hard. This isn't about social media posts or old interviews. The real story lives in memory. And once someone decides to share what they know, no PR team can fully control it.